Okay guys, you may hear PCE mentioned a lot in the news, especially when people start talking about mortgage interest rates. It's one of the reports that Fed looks at when it thinks about what it's going to do. So what is PCE? PCE stands for Personal Consumption Expenditures. In basic terms, it tracks what consumers are spending money on and how much the prices of those items change over time. Think groceries, gas, healthcare, travel, everyday essentials. So why does it matter so much? This is an inflation report that the Federal Reserve pays very close attention to. The PCE report looks at inflation in two main ways. First, we have something called headline PCE. This includes everything consumers are spending money on. The second, and probably more important, is called core PCE. Core PCE is everything, but they strip out food and energy because food and energy prices can jump around a lot and be very sensitive. So the core PCE really gives a clearer picture of the long-term inflation trends. How does PCE, the personal consumption expenditures, affect mortgage rates? Well, when the PCE shows inflation is cooling, markets tend to get optimistic. And that can push rates lower, downward pressure on mortgage rates. That's a good thing. When PCE comes in hotter or higher than expected, meaning prices are rising faster than what the Federal Reserve really wants, then rates can actually move higher because the Fed may feel pressure to keep rates elevated for longer. The key word here is expectations. Expectations really drive our interest rates. Markets are constantly trying to guess what the Fed's next move will be, and reports like the PCE really help shape those expectations. They help Wall Street try to anticipate what the Federal Reserve is going to do in regards to rates. One important thing to remember is this: one report doesn't change everything overnight. The Fed looks at trends over time, not just a single month. So if we see data come out this month that isn't necessarily as good or bad as what we thought, it doesn't mean we throw out the baby with the bathwater. For homeowners and buyers, this is why you hear so much chatter around inflation data. It feeds directly into rate conversations, refinance opportunities, and especially buying power. So whether you're purchasing or refinancing, all of these numbers affect you. Ever see headlines about PCE and wonder why everyone suddenly gets loud about it? Now you know.